My name is Renee. Standing in the renovated house that once belonged to my dear grandmother, I'm flooded with a mix of emotions. The memories here are both a comfort and a reminder of the storm that raged within our family. It all started when I received a cold, impersonal text from my sister, Lily. Sold Grandma's house. Thanks for not being around. I stared at the screen, my heart pounding. That house was more than just bricks and mortar. It was the heart of our family, a place where I felt safe and loved. My parents, always the peace keepers, were too soft spoken to take a stand. They never wanted to rock the boat, even when it came to something as important as this. Grandma, on the other hand, was a strong, willed woman. She had always told me that the house would be my anchor in life. She'd hold my hand and say, "Renee, this place will always be yours, a safe haven." I immediately called my childhood friend, Max, who is now a lawyer. Meeting him in our old college coffee shop, I poured out my heart. I showed him screenshots of texts, photos of the house, and copies of old emails. Max examined the documents and said, "If the signature on the sale is forged, Lily is in big trouble, both legally and personally." As I delved deeper into the matter, I found a name constantly associated with the sale, Henry Blackwood. At first, he seemed like just another wealthy buyer looking for a good deal. But as I learned more about him, a sense of unease crept over me. There were whispers of his shady past, with multiple cases of elderly homeowners selling their properties at suspiciously low prices right before their deaths. One night, I dreamt of Grandma warning me about Henry. "Don't trust the man with a false smile," she said. When I woke up, I knew I had to dig deeper. I started collecting every piece of evidence I could find, from old birthday cards signed by Grandma to messages from Lily hinting at her financial problems. Lily kept texting me, telling me not to make a big deal out of it. She said I was never around and that she was being responsible. But I remembered Grandma's words, "Fight for what's yours, even if it's family." Max and I analyzed the signature on the sale document. Comparing it with Grandma's real handwriting, we found clear signs of forgery. The notary involved had a shady background too, with barely any online presence. We decided to confront Henry. His office was sleek and intimidating, but I could sense the rot beneath the surface. Max led the legal talk, and I sat there, recording the conversation. Henry tried to brush it off, saying he trusted what Lily showed him. He even offered me a generous payout to stay quiet. For a moment, I was tempted. I had my own financial struggles, and a big payout could have solved many problems. But then I thought of Grandma and her promise. I told Henry, "I won't be a part of your crime." Lily called me, angry and scared. She said I was ruining her life, that she had dealt with all the hardships while I was away. I listened to her grievances, but I also reminded her that she had crossed a line by forging Grandma's signature. The court case was a long and painful process. There were family members who tried to convince me to drop the case, but I couldn't. I had to fight for the truth. In the end, the judge ruled in my favor. The sale was voided, and the house reverted to me. Lily ended up with fines and a mark on her record. She moved away, and the rift between us grew. But I knew I had made the right choice. I renovated the house into a community space, just as Grandma would have wanted. It's a place where people can find comfort and safety, just like I did when I was a child. So, as I stand here in this house, I often wonder, when family betrays you, is it about revenge or about reclaiming the parts of yourself that they try to take away? And if you were in my shoes, would you have done the same?